Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with a story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for not telling my two best friends each other's secrets before they started dating? So I, 27 male, have two best friends, a guy and a girl, who didn't know each other until I introduced them a few years ago. I've known them separately for a long time and know a lot of their personal secrets, which they confided in me in trust. They hit it off after hanging out with me once and eventually started dating. I was genuinely happy for them at the time. Fast forward a few years and things went south. They both found out personal things about each other that I already knew, and now they're both mad at me. My female best friend had been previously married, and my male best friend is a virgin. He was furious that I didn't tell him, saying we would have never dated someone who wasn't also a virgin. On the flip side, she found out that he's a addict, which was something that he confided in me, and she's disgusted by it. She says if she had known earlier, she wouldn't have gotten into a relationship with him. Now, instead of being upset with each other, they're blaming me for wasting their time by not disclosing these things up front. But I never told either of them the other secrets because I didn't think it was my place to do that. They trusted me, and I didn't feel like I had the right to betray that trust. Still, now I'm the bad guy in both of their eyes. So, am I the astronaut for not telling them each other's secrets, knowing well they would never date if they knew beforehand? Okay, wait, that's an important note here. No, this is not your fault, OP. I'm gonna go ahead and make the official determination here. This is an NTA for you. It's NTA for you, but your friends suck. Your friends suck bad. Now, the last line does maybe change things a little bit. Knowing full well they would never date if they knew beforehand. Like, yeah, that's information that would be a deal breaker for either of them. However, it's still not your freaking place, right? And if there are things that are deal breakers for each other, those are things they need to communicate with the other party ahead of time, right? They can't make a commitment to someone, then later on change their mind because they're discovering things about each other and then blame it on you. That's not how this works. That's just not taking accountability at all. That's just being immature. Also, what are you, the Carfax of dating people? Like, you're supposed to give them a full freaking report of all maintenance that has been done and all baggage that's included in this? Sorry, they didn't come with a window sticker. That is not your job. And in your position, I would tell both of your friends to F off here. I'd be like, screw you. I'm sorry, you're not going to put that shit on me. Carry your own baggage. It is not my fault. If this was that important to you, you should have had that conversation with them ahead of time and been like, hey, are you a virgin? Oh, no? Okay. In what other relationship that your friend had, like, would they not have had that conversation if it wasn't that big of a deal? They hit it off. They started dating. You did not make that decision for them. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Tater Rudy? Thoughts on this? Do you want to jump up? Yeah, come on, jump up. It's Tater Thoughts time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
I feel like we can say it all together. Misplaced blame, because
misplaced blame. Oh, I thought we were actually saying it all together.
They're just looking to blame someone besides themselves, because honestly, I feel like you should be upfront if you were married and divorced, but also you should be upfront that you want to be with someone who has never had sex before. So I feel like, and then you should be upfront if you knowingly have a problem. If you knowingly have that problem, you probably shouldn't be getting into a relationship anyway. So that one's on you, buddy. No, I don't think it's your friend's. Like, by the way, I just want you guys to know he comes with this baggage. It's not manageable, but that's what he comes with. And then this one comes with a large side of fries and also this baggage. Like, that's not your job as a friend to tell people secrets. That's not how it works. They told you that because they had trust in you and because they felt comfortable with you, and then they want you to betray that trust so that they could find out that they weren't compatible, and that's what dating is about, to find out if you're compatible. But I mean,
the only way OP could be the astronaut here is if they made this match intentionally, and they were just like, look, I'm gonna get my virgin addict friend and my divorcee friend together and pop the popcorn and just wait and see what happens.
Which is not what happened.
No.
They found each other on their own, and OP happened to know them both. And so she is not the asshole for this. They willingly went into the relationship. Why did you let me date that person? Oh, you know what? People, okay, first of all, when people start seeing people and they're in the honeymoon phase and they're blinded by love or lust or their rose tinted glasses, whatever it is, they aren't going to hear you anyway.
you cannot wave them off. You can't be like, hey,
Yeah.
warning signs. Like, they don't want to hear it.
Elise said not to be judgy, but having a addiction and then the partner needing to be a virgin is an odd thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing. I'm confused by that. I think more than I'm confused. I'm just confused by the whole thing about how these two people found each other, got through the dating part in the beginning, and didn't tell the things that made them who they are. Like, I don't know. I feel like they both went into it with not being truthful and not being honest and not communicating, and they expected a relationship to like bloom from that, and it's
How long were they together? A few months? Is that what they said?
a few years.
Wait.
They were together
Was
for
it
years. Fast forward a few years, and
Few
things went
years.
south.
How long did it take them to actually talk? What were they doing for the entirety of their relationship before they finally started talking about like who they were as people?
No, I think the last line made it seem like she knew that they wouldn't be good together, but that's not your place to say that. They found each other on their own. It's not your place to go to two of your friends and be like, you guys suck as people. You shouldn't be together. Or I know this about you and this about you and you're not compatible. You can't do that as a person because in that way you are an asshole. They're going to judge you for that. They're going to judge you for not telling the secrets. So your best bet is to be hands off from the relationship.
Yeah. Now, if one of them was your bestie and another one was an acquaintance, maybe that would be different. But you have two people that are your best friends here. Two people in equal regard for you.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot place one above the other.
No.
Blah.
If you don't know after years that someone is addicted to something or someone has been married, like that's 100% on the people in that relationship, not on anyone outside of it. She didn't hook them up.
It took 3 years to find out that she had been married. Dude, what were you guys doing?
I feel like you should ask the tough questions.
I don't think they talked. They just sat in and watched together, I guess. I don't know what they were doing.
I feel like
that wasn't talking.
If you wanted to be in a relationship with someone who had no prior sexual partners, that is something you talk about in the first couple of meetings. Like that is something that you bring up. That is a requirement. That is something you bring up before you get into a relationship. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hands off.
I'm only interested in moving forward in this relationship if you are untainted, whatever the word is. Tainted probably isn't the right choice of words there.